We're here with Tomke Trávníček, another policymaker and a worker from Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs. Hi.
Hi.
How are you enjoying your time here at the conference so far?
Well, really great. I'm so pleased I was invited because it's a really great time to spend with some interesting people, with some young representative for the younger generation who are motivated and know what to do.
Your role here was a policymaker, so you spent some time with a specific group and you discussed some of the outcomes. Which group were you a part of?
I was part of the Mobility and Solidarity group.
What specific ideas were you discussing with the group?
Where we are talking mainly about mobility and how to promote mobility of young people, young disadvantaged people.
And what were their solutions for such a problem?
Well, there are many solutions. It would take such a long time to explain all of that. But I would just say that's the surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise. It was maybe just more a confirmation than a surprise. But to see that the representative of the young generation feel like they are viewed as a one homogeneous group, and they don't feel like that. And they feel that the communication from the responsible for the policy-making organization, say from our ministry and other organizations, should be more directed to the diverse young groups. And it's that we are not doing enough to let the youth know about the programs we have for them.
Was there any other thoughts, an idea, or maybe something about the students themselves that stood out to you?
Well, we didn't talk much about students, but one idea that came through that was quite innovative for me, and I will have to look into that, were short-term mobilities. We were talking about the good example practice we were talking about was about short-term mobilities in Brussels. And by short term we are talking about 1 or 2 day mobilities, to go abroad, to heighten the Europeanness of the young people and things like that, to improve the view of the Europe. And they said it's enough, so we will have to think about that as well.
What do you think about the youth dialogue? Is it enough in Czech Republic?
No, personally no, I don't think so.
And do you think there could be also such a conference on a much smaller scale, but also a conference to promote and give a platform to youth dialogue?
It would be helpful. It would be very difficult to invite the people that would be able to make change. I would be willing to make a change upon hearing the views and the ideas of the young generation, but it would definitely be helpful and beneficial.
Do you think it's hard to overcome the barrier between maybe some of the older opinions of the older generations, more conservative ones, and the young generation?
I think the differences between opinions are getting smaller and smaller, so they are still there definitely, and it takes some time to overcome them, but I think it's on a good way. So.
And my last question is, would you send a message either to the delegates that are already here for continuing their work, or to youth in general, why to become active European citizens?
Well, I'm going to repeat what I said during the discussions at the round table with the policymakers. And it's, well, the youth have to be aware that the European Commission and the policy level institutions didn't forget about them. Sometimes it's difficult to find the right program for the young people, but we didn't forget them, and we keep on discussing the ways how to support young generation in the future.
Thank you for the message. That was Tomke Trávníček. Thank you for coming.
Thank you to you.